Hello, good people. Good evening and praise the name of Jesus. Welcome to another episode of Miles with God. My name is Faith MWANGI. I'm hoping to Kosalama. The Lord have been good. The Lord have been faithful. I don't know what your testimony is this far, but as for me, I can say the Lord have been gracious. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to another moment of not just watching, not just sharing a story, but experiencing the goodness and the faithfulness of God. Of course, to them that trust in him. Yes, we are here to go through another episode of the amazing deeds of the Lord. You know, it is such a wonderful time that we get to go vulnerable. We get to go through our weaknesses, but at the end of it, we say, like, this far, it has been by the grace and by the hand of God. We are here to speak about our miles with God, our journey with God, our beautiful experiences with God. Even when nothing is making sense, but we stand to remember, it is not by powers, not by might. The word says it is by the Spirit of the Lord, and that is why we are here to share of the faithfulness and the grace of God. We're in such a wonderful week. Yes, and especially today have been that day that we have been celebrating the Shujaz in our nation. Tonight I'm joined by these Shuja in our society, and I'm not speaking of any other, but I'm speaking of those men and women who stand in a position to play, you know, all those roles to ensure that their children or rather feel fulfilled, feel entitled, feel owned. I'm speaking of those people that stand in the gap of being a parent where probably they are not fit. You know, when we speak of the perfect set of a family, I'm speaking of those parents who stand wholeheartedly, unfortunately single, just to ensure that the lives and the destinies of these children are not shattered. Those men and those women who stand in that gap of taking over that bold step to ensure that I am not going to be, you know, pulled down by my weaknesses, by what the society is going to judge me, by what my past will judge me, but I'm going to ensure that I become light, I become a source of life to this particular child and to these particular children. I'm here to share of the miles of God in the life of this amazing woman, this amazing single mother in this land of Kirinyaga. And of course, she's going to be taking us through what it means, what it have, you know, meant to be a single mother, what it has shaped her to be, who it have turned her to be. And I hope you're there to even get to learn. If you're there as a single mom, I am here to speak to you. If you're there as a single father, I'm here to relate with you tonight, because it is going to be a beautiful moment. And especially if you're there and you thought, like, I am the only person going through a hard moment, maybe I am the only person who is going through, you know, uncertainty as far as parenthood is concerned. We are here to tell you it is a miles with God. At the end of the day, you're going to stand and tell, it was not by my strength, God made it through. And so, are you ready? Allow me to remind them that are following us on our YouTube, don't just watch. Yes, tuko hapo at Oasis of Love Mwea. Don't just watch. Ensure you are showing us some love by commenting and also subscribe. All right? Yes, so that we can move on together. And also them that are following us on our Facebook channel at Oasis of Love Mwea, kindly ensure you are tagging along someone. Ensure you're sharing that link far and wide, and at the end of the day, God is going to be blessing us all. Usibarikiwe peke yako, right? Yes, ensure you're sharing that link. Are you set for tonight? Yes, allow me to go ahead even as I introduce my beloved guest, a woman that I really love, a woman that I really adore, a woman that has got a big heart. You see, that heart that can accommodate you however. I'm speaking about that kind of a person. And so I'm really honored even to have her in the show tonight. It is such an honor to have you.
Thank you, Faith.
Karibu sana. Maybe you can just introduce yourself to our viewers.
Wow. Good evening, good people. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is Charity Wambura Waroe. I love the Lord as my personal Savior. I'm grateful this day, Faith. Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
To be hosted at Miles with God. I am so grateful for the opportunity. I am grateful to God even for getting me here. It's been years of walking with me. Actually, from the moment I was formed from my mother's womb. It has only been God that has walked with me, and I'm so grateful to him. I am grateful also for granting me this opportunity, Faith. the story of parenthood is not a small story.
Yeah.
Is not an easy story too. It's a story which can also be quite also emotional. So my viewers, allow me where the emotions get to me. Just allow me and just flow on as God leads me as we go on with the show. And I welcome you all to the show. Like, just share, and just give comments, bring your questions where I'm able to answer. I know I'll be able to answer those questions. Otherwise, welcome all to the show. And I can tell you I love the Lord as my personal Savior. I don't know whether I've said it, but I love the Lord as my personal Savior. Thank you, Faith.
Thank you so much. I can only be eager to hear your story. And I love the fact that whoever is following us closely, you're already emotional. And I can imagine how the journey have been. But I thank God because you can stand and encourage someone that it was not easy. That is what I always tell them at Miles. It is never easy, but the amazing thing is that who is walking with us. And I love the fact that you have not forgotten Jesus in the process of it.
Sure.
I always tell my viewers that whenever you hear us telling you our story minus Jesus, hiyo ni uongo. I never believe that. So karibu sana in the show.
Thank you so much.
It is such an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Even for the boldness to come and be vulnerable. Because I know it's a journey of ups and downs, so much, pains and all that thing. It's not easy. But maybe allow me to start from somewhere. Where is Charity Waroi coming from, even before we get to, the business of the day? Yes.
Charity Waroi is a child of God.
Yes.
Loved by God. Grateful to Him for accepting me in His kingdom.
Yeah.
Salvation comes by the call from God. So Charity was one time didn't know God as much. I've always known God because I've come from a family where I've observed, especially my mother. My mother is a servant of God. So it's a family where I've observed her serving God, loving God, praying for her children. So I can't say I've known God from when I was born.
Yeah.
From when I was very small, I've known there is God. I've known that God loves us and God takes care of us. But most of the time it was from a point of now depending and relying only on my mom. I would say because my mom is the one who received salvation a long time ago. So I walked with that assurance that with my mom, that I am always safe. God is always with me. So the part of receiving salvation came much, much later.
Okay.
But I thank God because I trust even through her prayers and through God loving me, I've been able to walk with Him. He's been able to save me from so many circumstances and from so many issues. God has walked with me in my journey, in my life, even now in my parenthood. God has always been with me. So Charity is also a person who has also been given a very big heart by God.
Sure, that one I can attest.
I tell God thank you every day for the heart He has given me, because I can attest I have been given a very big heart by God. So I'm grateful to Him for that. The other Charity that maybe people don't know is a Charity who is not as strong as she looks.
Wow.
Sometimes she might look like she's very strong, but actually I hang on the thread of knowing that God loves me and God takes care of me.
Wow.
But a lot of people take me as very strong. Accidentally, they take me as very strong. And I also thank God for that, but be sure, even the very strong person also has a very soft side also.
That is very true. That is very true. And maybe, I don't know whether you have grown in family like you have raised your child, or what was your family like?
Okay, my family was a complete family.
When you speak of complete, is a father, mother?
My family was complete. In fact, times there is a father, there is a mother, and I have siblings. Actually, we are many. So I would say it's a complete family. And it's a family that I have grown up with a very present father.
Wow.
A very present father. I keep saying that my father was and is, he still is my hero, because my father has walked with me my journey through schooling, through everything. In fact, I say that even in my high school, in my college life, I've only worked with my dad only, actually, a lot of the times, because I've grown in a business family also.
Okay.
So if one person is not in, if my mother is not in, my dad is in. If my dad is not in, my mom is in. So a part of my growing up, I've actually worked, the most part of it I've worked with my dad.
Okay.
A lot of it. And my mother now was the other support. As a mother, who she is, as now the helper of my dad. So I've grown more knowing my dad very presently, and not even knowing otherwise.
Okay.
I didn't even know otherwise that you can grow up with a family with no father. Of course, we watched some families, but during our time when we were growing up, that was not very, very common. It happened, but it was also not very, very common when we were growing up. So I would say I've learned a lot from my parents also. It was not a perfect family. Every family has got its few weaknesses and also strengths. But I've grown up with a very strong father. A very strong father, I would say.
Wow. How did that make you feel growing in a complete family as a girl?
It made me feel confident. Actually, I think a lot of the strength that I look with, a lot of people I have, I think has come from that assurance, the self-awareness. I would call it what? I would call it the assurance that you have an identity. Because your father is your identity.
Yeah.
Most times your father actually is your identity.
Sure.
So I didn't feel like there was anything missing as per se. I wouldn't say there was anything missing, because my dad was a provider. He has been a provider for our family. So I felt confident, other than maybe a few other issues which we don't miss. But as part of growing up as a child, I grew up very confident, very, very confident. Yes, because our dad is also somebody who taught us so many things from when we were young. We were taught business from when we were young. So he was a very present father. He actually, having a father gives you a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence, I can assure you.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Allow Naomi to get to you, because I really wanted to have a background of, are you this strong as a single mom because you're coming from somewhere that maybe you learned and all that thing, or maybe you've had a similar kind of a scenario that strengthened you and made you, the strong woman you are today. And so thank you so much for that. But allow me to get personal with you. When did the journey of a single mom begin?
Thank you for that question,
Yes.
Faith. Parenthood sometimes finds us unaware.
Okay.
It finds you unawares because sometimes you are still growing up, and you find yourself now you've become a parent.
Yeah, sure.
It's not been an easy one, because coming from a family where there was a father, and now finding myself, okay, it didn't start as though there will not be a present father.
Yeah.
For one, I was young. I was quite young. And out of maybe lack of knowledge in a way, and you find yourself, you're already a parent, and you assume that the parenthood, the father of the child will continue taking. You have watched it.
Yeah.
You have watched. I've watched my dad bringing us up. So in your assumption, you assume that the same thing will just continue. It will just continue. So that part never hit me as hard. It only hit me as hard when I realized I'm going to raise this child alone.
Okay.
Yes, it only hit me then. But I think also coming from a family where strength was part of the journey. Strength was part of the journey because we were put into responsibility from when we were very young. From when we were very young, I have siblings who are under me, okay? So you had the responsibility of them. You have chores in the house. And as I've told you, from when we were very young, my dad has been in business all through. So from when we were very young, we had to go to the business. So I think through that also, that's where the strength comes, because you interact with people a lot. When you're in business, you interact with people a lot. And my dad also made it very, very easy for us, even to work. He gave us responsibilities. So I think that strength, a lot of the strength has come from the part that you are given so much responsibility from when you are young. You are shown that you can do even things which look like they are for grown-ups. You can do them. So I think that is where the strength came from, such that when I found myself that I'm going to raise my daughter alone, the strength was still there. And then also by God's grace, I have very supportive parents. My parents didn't put any too much pressure on me.
Okay.
They do, of course, there must have been questions and such, but there wasn't a lot of pressure such that it would have maybe necessitated for me not to be able to raise my daughter in the right way. She's a daughter. So, but the strength also comes from, I think, from growing up also, from the way we are brought up. That is where a lot of the strength has come from.
How did it hit you that I am now raising this child alone? This is something that you never imagined, you never planned, but boom, imekuhit. Because I want to believe there are people who are following us right now, and it might catch up with them, either in one way or another, or it have already caught up with them, or they're in the mix of it. I want to believe there is still someone who is going through that kind of a confusion, still beating or fighting this denial of, I'm going to raise this child alone. How did it hit you?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
Bearing in mind you are young.
Yes, I was quite young. So I can't say it was that easy. But the part was realizing you're in a situation. Realizing you're in a situation, and this situation you have no way out. Okay? You have no way out. This is a child who you love very much, and it has come to your realization that you must bring up this child. For then I didn't know God so well. I told you maybe from when I was young, I knew God through my mother, actually. I knew God through my mother. So you're at a position where you have found yourself now, this is you, Charity. And for sure you're going to raise this child alone.
Yeah, sure.
So it hits you that you must do it, and you must do what it takes. You must do what it takes to raise this child. So I think the minute I think it's more of tuning your mindset. It's more of tuning your mindset. And from there, I know God takes it over. The minute you realize, the minute you accept, you start adjusting to the process. And I can assure you that God starts taking you through.
Okay.
He just starts taking you through. The minute you just accept it, it is what it is. From there, God just starts working with you somehow. I will not lie that it's been very easy, but somehow God works with you through the stages of life, yes, of bringing up that child.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I want you to take us through, since you had her and, raising her and all that thing, kindly.
Thank you, Faith. Raising my daughter was a happy moment for me. I would call it a happy moment because, for one, I got a baby who was a very happy baby. She was a very happy baby. And by virtue that I'm naturally also a happy person.
True.
I'm a naturally happy person. So I somehow told myself that I want to raise this girl in the best way that I can. The best way that I can. So every stage of her life, every stage of her life, I acknowledged every stage. By the time she was, and you know, most times with your first baby, you follow every order you are given by the doctor. You follow every order you are given by your parents and your mothers.
Yeah. You know nothing.
Well, you know nothing completely, so you follow those orders so much. So I think through that obedience, somehow it flows. It flows. But every stage of her life, I was very conscious of it. By the time she was 6 months, I knew it was. Now I told you with the first child, somehow you are able to do it such that you're told it's breastfeeding for 6 months. You are there doing breastfeeding for 6 months. From there now is starting weaning, and you know now they are by my privilege. I had my parents with me. I was still staying at home. So my parents were right there with me. So you are guided on what you're going to feed them. Sometimes it's overfeeding, because you know now they're older parents.
They wouldn't say they are satisfied. Wow.
Yes, the older parents, of course, believed so much in a lot of feeding. So you are also feeding. The child is also feeding, and so every stage of her life, I learned to accept it. And also by the virtue that I was also like the first person in my family to get a child. So she had so much love from all around. So, and as I say, by God's grace, she's also a very happy child. So everybody actually loved her. Everyone loved her. So I would say every stage, God walked me through. And every stage, as we walked through, I got to learn. I keep saying that I learned so much from my daughter also. Okay, despite the fact that there were other children behind me, I was not in the part of, when they were small, of course, we are in school, and also you were not really a big part of it. But now I got to learn nursing a child through my own child.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I got to learn nursing a child through my own child. So actually I enjoyed every stage of it. Mm-hmm. And I was very, very keen. I was very, very keen on bringing her up. So it was more enjoyable than the hardship, and especially when they were young. It was more enjoyable than hardship. Okay, there were also instances of maybe like a few sicknesses, because she had a few issues with her adenoids and the tonsils. But it was a good, I would say, I enjoyed bringing her up. I've enjoyed bringing her up so much. So every stage I was learning. Actually, every stage I was learning so much, such that right now when I tell somebody about a certain stage of a child, I say it with so much confidence, because I walked with her every stage, and I walked with her wholeheartedly. I walked with her. I was actually, I would call her a full-time mother, despite the fact that I used to work also, but I was actually a very full-time mother. In fact, the other day I was telling her, I've spent the last like 24 years, because she's 24 now, taking care of her literally. So I would say I've been a very present mother, and almost sometimes an overcaring mother. But me, I would say the journey has been good. Mm-hmm. The journey has been good. Parenting is easy, and also not easy as per se, but it's easy when you understand the journey you are going through. It's easy when you understand, I am in this, and you accept it positively. I would say it is easy. Okay.
Wow. Did you ever fight any self-denial, like, is this really me going through this? Did you have those kind of challenges?
Yes, I did.
How did you deal with them?
The self-denial came for an instance. Mm-hmm. It came for an instance, but when it comes, I had to remind myself, Charity, you're in this.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, Charity, you're in this, and this is a child who solely depends on you. Mm-hmm. So the self-denial would come for an instant there, but it would not stay for very long. But at the same time, I would cry, but you cry when you're only alone. For one, you cannot let the child see that you are crying a lot of times. But there were times when you felt like this is too much also. This is too much. But again, after you feel it's too much, you start reminding yourself.
Oh, yes.
Charity, you only have you. You only have you, and you have God also. So Charity, this must go on. This must go on. God must give strength. I would say the single mothers, the beauty of a single mother is knowing that you only have God.
Sure.
That part of just knowing you only have God and nobody else, I think that is what gives strength to the single mothers, and that is why they look so, when you look at them, they look so confident. Because you know your strength is only drawn from God and you have nobody else to rely on. Because my parents are people who taught us responsibility from a long time ago, so, and there were people who were able to let you go, who were many. So they're able to let you go. So you wouldn't stay there thinking that you have somebody to help you.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, literally by
yes.
then.
Our parents have been that way. You wouldn't think that you have somebody to look up to. So actually your help, you only knew your help.
You have
only,
you.
Yes, you
and
have
yourself.
you and God, and that's it.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. What was the most tough moments that you've gone through in your parenting?
Okay, some of the most tough moments are fearing that your child will ask you about their father.
There is that.
Yes.
And I want to know how you deal with that, because I know it has come. It's not just a fear, but it have literally happened.
Yes, it has.
Unajibu aje hiyo?
Okay, by God's grace, despite that the father has been absent in bringing her up, he's somebody I could talk to once in a very long time. So at any one moment, I didn't lie to her that there are stories which come and people
He's
say,
dead. Baba alikufa.
yeah, he's dead. Or some even say he was hit by a lorry. I remember those days.
Kama alibebwa na maji.
Or he's in a very far off country or something. So I've never had to use that kind of phrase. I only said that your dad does not stay with us. It was not easy, but I also have a daughter who in that area, she was not very pressing.
Okay.
She was not very pressing, and she was always satisfied with the answer I give her. By then, she was always satisfied with the answer I gave her at all times.
What was the answer?
Actually, most times I just told her, your dad does not live with us.
Okay.
Yes.
And that was enough.
And that was enough.
Oh.
There was one time I was in another show where there was a father, and the father said, because he's a teacher, he's a high school teacher in a girls' school actually. So he said there are children who don't portray that part of lacking one parent, because the parent who they have,
They are able to juggle.
yes, they are able to juggle.
Yeah.
They are able to be self-sufficient for the child.
Yeah, sure.
The child does not lack in love or in anything that they need. Let's just call them the basic needs. The child has not lacked. So the child is somehow self-sufficient, and I can attest to it because in high school, my daughter was so proud of introducing me to her friends.
Okay.
She was very proud of introducing me to her friends, and her friends really loved me actually. They loved me because I loved speaking to them also. I think this passion for the young people has been for quite some time. Then I didn't know it was so much. I just used to love speaking to them because they used to come to me so happily. So I don't know what my daughter used to tell them.
Let me take you back a little, Madam Charity, and because I want to understand something. And as of course, we are talking to our viewers, and you said at some point these people will definitely ask, And I go back to the point that you've said, sometimes they may not ask because they are getting enough. As a matter of fact, there is no gap felt. But of course, there are those undeniable moments when, like, literally the reality hits you. There is no father around, but there is nothing much that you can do about it. At that particular point when you're literally doing everything to ensure, like, this child is getting all they need, but all of a sudden he or she hits you with kweni daddy yako wapi? Why does daddy? How did that statement leave you? I want to believe there are people that it will literally diminish and make you feel like, am I not giving enough? You know, am I not showing up enough? How did that always leave you?
On my side now?
Yes.
It's not a very comfortable feeling. It's actually not comfortable because you ask yourself, why am I bringing this child alone?
Okay.
You ask yourself, actually. Those are some of the questions. I would say my kind of understanding with my daughter, I have been able to maintain a close relationship with my daughter. Somehow. I told some people that I've never hit my daughter, actually.
Like kumchapa?
Kumchapa.
What do you mean? Like she has been a saint all through?
She's not been a saint.
Okay.
She's not been a saint, but I would call it wisdom from God. Okay. And I would call it also, there's something in you which grows slowly, but I've been more of a person who, we come to an understanding, somehow we speak. I'm also not those people who jump to explain to our child, because I imagine a lot of times it is also hard for the parent, because when a child asks you that, I've observed it, a lot of the parents will sometimes jump at the child, okay? They'll jump at the child and ask them why they're asking them such questions.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, a lot of them will jump at them and
get really mad.
Yeah,
and
get
bitter.
really mad and bitter at the child, and maybe ask them questions. Why? What aren't you getting for you to keep asking about your dad? Those kind of questions. So
I love that, because literally I've seen people who get their bitterness through beating.
Yes, through beating their children. It's actually very sad, and I think that is why we had such a relationship with my daughter, and that's why it never came to a point of me having to hit her sometimes, because most of the times we talked. I won't say it was very perfect. Even the talking was that she always listened to me and understood everything that I told her. But what I would say, what has really helped a lot, what has really helped a lot is the fact of not jumping to conclusions, number one, and not, when she asks a question, I would not jump at answering her. Because sometimes you jump and answer with your emotions. Yes, you tend to answer it with your emotions.
Yeah.
So I've been fortunate to learn to absorb something. When she asks me something, I keep quiet and absorb it, even though it's just for a few seconds.
Yeah.
And absorb it. And the minute you absorb what she has asked, you answer it from a level of a parent answering a child, not a parent answering another adult.
Wow.
Yes.
You literally get to their situation and you want to resonate.
Yes, you resonate with them. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's how it has been. And I actually came to realize much later, as she has grown up, that has worked. Such that if she had even a situation where it's something which she would need to say, and it's something which could maybe be slightly shaming or shaming, she didn't have fear of letting me know. Despite it's something that maybe would somehow like hurt me, she got some courage. She would still be a bit timid when saying it, but she got some courage to speak it. Somehow I'd put that confidence in her that she can speak to me.
Yeah.
I
Amazing.
think that helped a lot also.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask this. Even in the process of your bringing up your daughter as a single mom, what has been the most fulfilling part of it?
Wow. Now, the most fulfilling part of it is
Do you enjoy it, by the way, when you're doing it?
when I'm bringing her up.
Yeah, like raising, having found yourself having, raised her to such a place, to such a level. Can you look back and say like you have really enjoyed that journey?
I can assure you, when I look back, at that time you might not have realized it, there was too much going on. You might not have realized it, but as they grow up, actually, that's when you start realizing, Charity, you have done a good thing. Charity, you have done well.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, you start realizing that as you watch them growing up, and especially when they get to this stage of high school, when they start adapting in high school, and especially when you take them especially to the boarding schools, when you start realizing, this child is growing up, actually now that starts giving you fulfillment. There's still that part when you are scared, because as the child grows now, that is when now the fears now start rising. You know that child is getting out of your hands.
Yeah, sure.
Slowly they are getting
exposed.
Yes, they are getting exposed and they are getting out of your hands. So I would say that that time when you watch her even tackle situations, and she tells you with pride what she has tackled, you start now. That's where the fulfillment starts. The fulfillment starts from there, and it makes you happy. It actually makes you very happy. It actually makes you very fulfilled. I told you, as you bring them up, especially when they are small and as they grow up, there's too much going on actually. Sometimes you don't realize you're even doing a good thing, but you just know you are doing it. You're giving your best. You're giving the best you can. But as they grow and you start seeing them making decisions for themselves, that is when you start realizing, and you have done well, Charity. And now the fulfillment starts from there. Despite that there are still a few fears, the fulfillment starts from there. Yes.
Wow. I know sometimes, and especially as a single mom, you've had to literally be tough and strong enough, even in your most broken points. Because at the end of the day, you have to be strong enough for this child. How have you been able to balance being strong so that this child can have confidence in you, but again be vulnerable so that this person can comfortably relate with you?
A lot of this learning, and especially about being comfortable, I think a lot of it I've gained confidence since when I began to know God more. And also balancing that also has come from also when she joined the university. When she joined the university, that's now when you start realizing now your parenting will start showing. Your parenting will really start showing.
Oh, yeah.
Because a child, when they start living on their own, that's when you realize where you did right and where you did wrong, actually. That's when you realize where you did right and where you did wrong.
Okay.
Yes, and that part of balancing between being strong and also being vulnerable. Wow. It also depends on how close you have been with your child. You'll be very amazed that even your child knows when you're going through a hard time. Despite you speaking it, they also realize when you're going through a hard time. The more closer you get with them, the more they also out of the blues, you'll just find her say something. She just says something, and whatever she says actually will just melt whatever you are going through. It will just melt whatever you are going through. You'll be surprised even on the phone. She'll be speaking with you and she can tell when there's something different with your tone or something. And you'll just see her say something that will encourage you, something that will make you feel better. And at the same time, when she's going through hard situation, she speaks to you, and you can also tell from her tone that she's going through a hard situation. And the fact that you are the savior. You are the savior of her situation.
Literally, you are her heaven, honestly.
Yes, you are her savior. So, so she tells you something, and you are expected to have a solution for it. Yes.
Okay.
So that one is more of a journey, because actually you have been working with this child for such a long journey. Some of these things, I would say you have developed shock absorbers.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
You have developed shock absorbers. Yes.
What happens? What happens when they get across your vulnerable spots?
Sometimes it can be hard. And you'll find yourself also it getting the best of you. Sometimes it will get the best of you, and you will react.
Have you found yourself in such a state?
Yes, I have.
Do you mind telling us about it? I don't know what the situation was.
I keep saying that bringing up children, mine is a Gen Z. Bringing up children also teaches you many things. There are also lessons for you. And through her, I've learned that sometimes I shout and she doesn't like it. Sometimes I'll tell her something that she has done something and she has not done it.
Out of insinuation,
and I'll call it assumption.
Okay.
As parents do a lot of assumptions. It's something I've also learned, and it's something through her I've been able to learn that you as parents also assume too much about our children.
Okay.
Yes, we assume too much, and they don't like it. And especially the generation that we have. You know, as when we were growing up, you were told you did something and you did not do it, but you did not have a choice.
You just accept.
You just accept, and you are beaten for it.
Yeah.
Okay? But the generation that we have, when a child has not done something, they will not accept that they have done it. Yes. And they'll stand up to you.
Okay.
So it's upon you, the parent, to now use wisdom and to also, there I would say your ego is touched a bit. Yes, your ego is slightly touched. So actually through my daughter, I've learned to lower my ego.
Okay.
Just a bit. I've learned to lower it. Despite that you're the parent, I've learned to know that even as parents make mistakes. The minute you tell a child they have done something and they know they have not done it, but you insist they have done it, and it makes them feel bad. And once they feel bad, you're also not happy, because you don't like them when they are not happy. Because I remember that one incident that now I would say actually also really changed my mind about that thing of assumption. My daughter didn't talk to me for like 2 days. In the same house.
How old is she? But at then?
She was 21.
Okay.
Yes, she was 21. She was in college. No, she was not 21. She was 20. She was 20. I think it was her second year in campus. And I told her something, and I remember there was something she had done. I think it was in her house. And so I jumped. I think the anger got the better of me. So I jumped and told her things that really hurt her actually. They really hurt her actually. She just kept quiet. She really got annoyed actually, and she kept quiet. And she didn't talk to me for 2 days when we were in the same house. She didn't talk to me for 2 days. And actually I would say that was now the hardest part for me. That was the hardest part for me. Your daughter not speaking to you for 2 days. You're in the same house. I didn't like it at all because I'd never experienced it before.
Wow.
Yes, actually, it really got me thinking after that.
I'm sorry for this, but allow me to ask you, have you found yourself in scenarios with your daughter where you wished the father to your child was around?
Yes, I have.
What was that and how was it like?
Campus life is not easy. And especially when you're alone. It's not easy at all. Actually, that makes me quite emotional about it.
Okay.
That makes me quite emotional. It's a season where I can assure you, if you don't know God very well, and your child just becomes just slightly difficult,
Yeah.
it's a season where a lot of parents get also depression.
Wow.
Yes, it's very easy to get depression when a child is going through campus, because on top of you handling the finances, there's also the part of the child.
Morality and
Yes, the exposure and the morality part, the fears. You have so much anxieties, actually. You
Yeah,
have
sure.
so much anxieties. So that part is one part. Because I remember, if maybe I can become a bit personal, I felt when she joined campus, despite that the father might not be able to help either financially or in any way, I felt like I needed them to bond. Yes, I needed them to bond, and I actually went ahead and let him know
okay.
about it, because I felt that stage is very vulnerable for a parent.
Okay.
Very, very vulnerable for a parent. Actually, I would say it's very, very vulnerable. It's one stage where a father is needed. Now, for my case, it's a stage where a father is needed very much. Because I would say in campus, it's only by God's grace that our children get to go through campus and finish and graduate. Because I can assure you, it's not an easy stage. Not at all. Not at all. It's not easy, and it's a stage where it needs the support of both parents. Because in one way, you're still the one who is handling how this child will go through with the campus, so you can't afford so much time out of now maybe your part ati kumfuatilia, but it's not like you must do it. But it's a stage where it needs both parents, because for one, the child also needs a lot of guidance. Despite that they know that they are becoming self-reliant and they are becoming independent, they still need that guidance. They still need that authority. And if there's an authority which I know is firm, is the authority of a father. You see, for one, this child has been brought up by you only. So kuna vile pia mmezoeana. There's a way that the child is used to you. The child knows your strong points, the child knows your weak points. So there are things there are certain aspects which need a firm authority, a very firm authority, which I know comes from a father.
Wow. How did you navigate through that one? I want to believe it's not like he came anyway.
He didn't.
You stood in your space and you ensure that I'm going to be here anyway. So how did you navigate through that and ensure that she will not one day feel like, I think I missed this particular part of a parent when I was growing up?
Actually, I would not say it's my effort at all. It's not my effort. I remember on my daughter's 18th birthday, I made sure I had a party for her to celebrate the milestone, celebrate the fact that she had cleared high school and successfully cleared high school. And in high school, I didn't have any hitches with her. By God's grace, she didn't have any kind of indiscipline, which warranted me to know. Only just one incident, one small incident, and it was not more of indiscipline, it was performance. So I really wanted to celebrate her and show her that I really appreciate the journey she has taken me through when she was in high school. So I remember that, during that season of her 18th birthday, I told her so many good things about her. I really celebrated her, actually. I celebrated her so much. I told her, I gave her flowers because she deserved them. And I remember I just wrote. I wrote to God. And I told God, this is your girl.
Okay.
Yes. This is your girl and you are her father. So I think from those words, actually I draw a lot from those words. Those words have taken my daughter through campus.
Okay.
The fact that I literally dedicated her to God, literally, and told God, this is your daughter. I think that is the grace which has carried her.
Wow.
Sorry for the emotions.
It's well. It's really well. And I'm sorry that
It's okay.
at times they have to happen
Yes.
that way. Wow. So you literally said, I am not raising you alone.
Yes.
I know I don't have the ability to give you a father like you would wish, but I have the better option,
Yes.
more than a father.
More than a father.
Indeed, it smiles with God. I don't know whether you are there and you're like feeling, okay, I wish somebody can come through. I wonder what space you have left for God in this particular journey. I wonder what space you've given to God in this particular process of life, because at the end of the day, I want to believe there are certain things that God will do just to prove himself, you know, in a way that you never thought. When someone will feel like it's a man in my life that will make a difference in my parenting, or it's a woman in my life that will make a difference in my parenting, God proves you otherwise.
Exactly.
What have single parenthood taught you? And how have it, I don't know, what has it nurtured in you?
Wow, it has nurtured a lot. Strength.
Resilience. I love, literally, I celebrate you. If I was to just, mention the people that I stand to celebrate today, actually, you are one of those people, single parents. They may not know the kind of a thing, the kind of an
Journey.
impact they are leaving to these people. You know, it's not easy to have someone who will not give up on you. Even when every other thing has given up on you, you still stand and say, like, I cannot give up on these. Nitaipepetea until ile siku yenye tu itawaka. I don't care how long and how much it's gonna cost me, but I'm going to be there. And so I really celebrate you. And of course, every other person that is raising their child single-handedly, without feeling like this is too much to give. That can only be by the grace of God, and may the Lord God bless you. What has it taught you, and what has it nurtured out of you?
One thing it has taught me, okay, actually I would say with my daughter I gave my all. I gave my all. Wow, it has taught me many things. Parenting is also good because as you parent, you are also learning. As you parent, you are also learning. And you will learn that there is no situation that you cannot handle. There is no situation that you cannot handle. And as we keep hearing the men of God and the women of God speak to us, that God will never bring you a situation which you cannot handle.
I love that. I wish you can just tell that to our viewers again.
God will never bring you into a situation that you cannot handle. Never.
Regardless.
Regardless. Regardless. He always gives you a situation that you can handle.
Wow.
And sometimes he can, in fact, I keep strengthening myself. Sorry about that.
It's
I
okay.
keep strengthening myself that, what if God is making me go through this for me to become a testimony?
I love that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I encourage myself. Maybe God, you are making me go through this so that I can become a testimony.
Like it is not actually about you, but
Yes.
it's an assignment that God have put in your life,
Yes.
just to glorify
To
Him.
glorify Him.
Wow.
Yes. That is one way that I've learned now to strengthen myself. Even when I go through the other phases of life, other than now the parenting, some of the things I have come through, the hard things that I have come through, I've learned to take it that this is going to be a testimony.
Okay.
Yes, this is going to be a testimony. God, for you to make me pass through this, I'm sure this is a testimony. And I am waiting for the victory.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. This is really beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm loving every bit of your story, Charity, honestly, because it will only take someone who understands the source, you know.
Sure.
By the way, you're not doing it because you're strong enough,
Not at all.
but it's because you drew your strength from God and from somewhere, and of course that somewhere is from God.
True.
And so thank you so much. May
You're
God
welcome.
continue strengthening us. I hope you're getting something. I hope you're learning something even from our guest tonight. Yes, I can see some few comments. Modi Mlokole, I can see Shiro MWANGI tuned in. Thank you so much. Rose Lynette, Moshiri Newton, God bless you so much. Jackie Baki, yes, God bless you. One time cousin, God bless you. Acceptance Mwende Mudhoni, God bless you greatly. Annie Ann, thank you so much for tuning in. This is indeed a blessing. I can see BD Honey Propolis, God bless you for tuning in. I see Victor Frank, God bless you for tuning in. Yes, I see Samuel Njao tune in. I see Edwin Mwirege, thank you so much. Kindly, I don't know what your story is this week, and especially if you're there, you're raising your child single-handedly. I don't know your miles with God. I don't know how it have been, you know, to put on those shoes of a father and a mother at the same time, just to ensure that these people, these kids, do not lose hope in life, much as every other thing have lost, you know, or rather have made you lose hope. You still stand in that space and you're like, as long as I'm alive, someone else must understand the sense of life.
True.
And that is really, really, really amazing. I want to understand, in this journey of single parenthood, how do you manage to, I want to believe you're in business. I want to believe there are those challenges that keep you on toes in parenthood and all that thing. How do you manage to ensure Charity is not lost in the process?
Wow. Okay. With parenthood, as the child grows, I believe the work lessens a bit. Yes, the work lessens a bit. That part of too much care. I would call it too much care.
Yeah.
Okay. For one, you must learn the art of letting go.
Okay.
Yes. And especially when the child goes to college, to campus, to wherever, you must learn the art of letting go.
Help me understand. What do you mean when you say the art of letting? What are you letting go?
I know it is not as easy as it is sounding, but you must. Letting go means that you trust that child will take care of themselves. You trust that God is watching over that child. I'm not saying that it is very easy. It's not very easy, but it's something that you have to do. It's something that you have to do because that child is on their own. Whatever they do, you have no idea. You have no idea. So as a parent, the most you can do is pray for them.
Yeah.
Actually now, the thing which you can never ever stop is praying for them. You can never stop praying for them.
Okay.
But when you pray for them, also that trust that God has done what you have prayed for. Yes.
You'll allow my curiosity. Kindly, you'll just permit my curiosity to just go ahead and ask this question. Are you letting go out of the fear of this child might find herself in the same place that I have found myself before? Let me put it this way. You're afraid they might find themselves in messes that you have found yourself in life before.
Okay, that's a possibility. But okay, some of the things I can advise us parents to do is keep self-affirming your children. Keep self-affirming your children. Keep telling them the things you desire to see in them.
Wow.
And that is why you should never keep your story hidden from your child.
Don't be discreet with your child. Okay?
Don't be so discreet. As the child grows, and a lot of these children are learning this, especially now the young ones, they're learning these things very early. Very early. So one thing is, don't be so discreet with your child. And now that closeness, starts from a very early age. It does not start at when the child is in high school. From a very early age.
Tender age.
Very tender age. Build that closeness with your child. So that even when they enter their teenage, they'll be able to speak to you about the things they are going through.
Wow.
Yes.
Create a rapport with your child as young
as possible. As young as possible. Become a friend to that child.
Wow.
Become more of a friend, not reprimanding only, because us parents do a lot of reprimanding.
Wow.
Yes, so that child fears you. Yes.
Wow. Instead of relating with you, they more fear you.
They more fear you.
I think I found myself in such a situation whereby I regard my parents as just an authority.
Yes.
And I'll be running every now and then.
Yes.
And it is so hard for me to see the friends in them.
Actually, that is how we grew up.
Wow.
Yes, that's how I also grew up. My parents were an authority.
I call them military.
Yes. So actually, like ours were really military. They were really military, except my dad. My dad is not those people who, actually was just like me, he never hit us. But the look itself alone was enough.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
It was very militant look. And what he said had to be done. So now when I was bringing up my child, I think from that aspect I think also that part of knowing that it's only you, so also made me become we became more friends actually. We became more friends, so she was comfortable about telling me a lot of things. And now that aspect also of, okay, I never got to a point of beating her as a child. We never fought. We never fought. That one of beating with a stick, with a belt, we never got to that stage. We never got to that stage. But I think now the part of me which was reprimanding is maybe I think there are some times when I would shout. Or let's call it talk loudly. Talk loudly.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And now that talking loudly, I would see how it's affecting her actually, because sometimes she would cry out of it. So I went putting it down. As we grew, I went putting it down because I needed some relationship with her. I needed us to have a relationship. Actually, it was not from a point of a lot of knowledge, not at all. It was at a point of just wanting to be good with her. It's just the two of us in the house. So we needed to be friends. Yes.
Wow.
We needed to be friends. It was actually, at that time, it was not from a point of knowledge. Yes. It was a point of me wanting, I'm those people who don't like to stay in a house where we are kept quiet, where I'm not wired that way. I'm a naturally happy person. So those kind of situations also make me not feel good.
Okay.
I don't like them.
Wow.
I don't like them.
Wow. We are coming to the end of the show, but of course, you'll allow me to ask this one. What have been the most rewarding thing about being a single parent?
The most rewarding thing, wow, was watching my daughter graduate.
Wow.
Yes. It was the happiest day of my life.
Like, I did it. God,
Yes.
we did this.
Yes, I told God we did this.
Oh my goodness.
And the fact to know that she was in campus for 5 years. She had an extra 1 year because of a few things which she had not finished. I spoke about the fact that that is one testimony. I call it a testimony because the fact that I went to her university the day she was being admitted, and the next time I entered that university is the day she was graduating.
Wow.
That was my happiest moment. It was my happiest moment. Actually, it still tears me up to today when I speak about it. It was my happiest moment. Yeah, that was the most fulfilling moment for me.
How come?
Actually, it made me look back. That journey made me look back to the years I have walked with her. And it made me realize, actually, it was not me.
Oh.
It was not me. It was not me, because I know I've made mistakes. I've not just been a perfect
Mother.
no, not at all. I've made mistakes. But God did not let me drown in the mistakes that I made. Despite the mistakes, God still went ahead and
Rewarded you.
rewarded me. Despite those mistakes, God went ahead and rewarded me. Yes. I think He wanted to show me, Charity, your effort. I told you I give my all to my daughter. Actually, I was telling her the other day, this is when I've started discovering even my own youth. Yes. I'm sure the youth in my church can attest that I'm very close with them.
Yeah, I am. I can attest
Yes.
that you're very friendly and very warm.
Yes, because now, you see, now in my youth, I was a parent.
I love what you say, you're young at heart.
Yes, I am young at heart. So I actually relate very well with the youth. Very well with the youth. So maybe I am reclaiming my youth. I'm reclaiming my youth, which maybe I never got. I give my all to my daughter, actually. I give my all. I gave my all, and with the help of God, God rewarded me. And I'm grateful to Him, very, very grateful to Him.
Wow.
Very, very grateful. In fact, that is one thing which I say I can never say enough thank yous to God for that. And for me, with my journey as a single parent, I would say I would not wish for anyone to, actually, I would allow me to just speak to fathers. Despite the self-reliance of maybe my daughter had from me, and the fact that I was self-sufficient for her, there are still wounds which one must go through. I'll call them the daddy wounds. So despite that I had everything for her, she still has had to heal. Now, especially in her adulthood, to heal from those wounds. Yes, to heal from those wounds.
Okay.
She still have had to. So I would urge every father, if you're a father, just become a father. A mother, become a mother. Yes, let a child have both ways.
Okay.
Yes, even though you don't stay with a mother, become a father to that child. There's something which a father gives which a mother cannot give. Yes. As
Wow.
much as you're self-sufficient, there is something which a father gives which a mother cannot give. And there's something which a mother gives which a father cannot give alone. Yes.
Wow.
So it must work both ways for us to have the right generation, and who are able to to tackle the world in the right way. You will allow me, but some of the inconsistencies we are seeing in the generations which have come up now, some of them have come from those wounds. Every child wants to speak about their father and their mother. Every child wants to speak about their father and their mother. So may not anyone lose their part, because I know even the minute you sire a child in this world, that's your responsibility. Solely your responsibility. So whether a father or a mother, that is your responsibility. So the best thing you can do is become a father to that child. Find a way of becoming a father to that child, even though don't stay with the mother. Find a way. Every child needs that. And it's actually a question you will answer God. Yes.
Wow. This is really amazing, and I cannot get enough.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charity.
You're welcome.
Even for allowing to share your story. It is really indeed inspiring, even to know that men will still and women will still take that bold,
True.
Accepting. Sometimes I know it's tough.
Yes.
Sometimes I know it's
Very,
tough.
very tough. Very tough.
And when there
tough.
is the fear of the unknown,
Yes.
the tomorrow.
Actually, now that is the fear of the unknown. It's actually a fear, and you will notice a lot of them. Okay, the most prevalent are the single mothers. A lot of the single mothers have that. They have that fear of the unknown, and sometimes the fear of the unknown can make you not release your whole potential.
Wow.
Yes. It can make you not release your whole potential. That fear of the unknown.
Wow.
Yes.
Have you experienced any social harassment as a single mother from the society?
Yes, I have. Not as per se harassment, as in roughly or
Mentally, maybe the way the society made you feel. Like, I know there is that part of sometimes as single parents we are judged, and probably you may be put in a place where you feel you're not enough. You're not enough.
Yes, sometimes it has come to that part. But the beauty of it is self-awareness. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Self-awareness. The minute you know yourself, the minute you know who you belong to,
You're not easily intimidated.
you are not easily intimidated.
I love that.
Actually, one of those aspects of had a situation where somebody almost intimidated me out of that, but I was able to stand for myself.
Okay.
I was able to stand for myself just by knowing who I am and letting them know who my father is.
Wow.
Yes, it was as easy as that.
I love the way you're speaking it out, and I love the way you're confessing strength. Even literally, it's a point of weakness, and because women are literally vulnerable creatures,
Yes.
and most of the time we demand security, and I can imagine whereby you're the security for over your own life, over your child, and all that thing, but you still stand in that position to say, like, no, I'm not going to allow myself to be pulled down, my confidence to be stepped on. I'm going to stand up and show up,
Yes.
and thank you so much,
You're
even
welcome.
for that confidence and that boldness. I want to believe it has been a journey for you as a single mother, but it's so unfortunate kuna mtu anaianza saa hizi. It is so unfortunate. There is someone who is not very old in that. How and what can you tell this person?
Number one is just put God first. This is a child who God formed in your womb. And so when God formed that child, God knows the purpose of that child. So in any circumstance that you find yourself in, you find yourself that you are bringing that child alone, just accept I think that is normally the hardest part. That part of accepting. That part of accepting is not easy, but I can assure you, once you accept, the rest will flow. The rest will flow. Even though you find yourself, however hard the situation is, don't think about that other person who is absent. Draw your strength only from God. Yes. Draw your strength only from God. Actually, that is it's the only password, actually. It's the only password. Yes.
Wow.
Just draw your strength from God.
Wow.
And allow yourself, love your child. Because now that's the other part. Yes, love your child. Love your child. And no, this is a human being who you're bringing up, who is supposed to become someone. And those children learn a lot from you, by the way. Those children draw their strength from you. Yes, right now, I can tell my daughter is a strong woman. I can tell. She's strong. And I know a lot of that strength she has drawn from me. Yes, watching me walk with her and do things, turn things which are impossible, and she's told me everything. And I've never had to, like, even though it's something which is so big and she needs so much, I've never, there you get shocked. I've never been shocked. I'm shocked inside, but to her, I don't show her shock. Yes.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned something. And if you're there, it is not just about parenting, but you're going through a tough moment. I want you to understand that the God who have helped Charity to come to this level, your case is not an exemption. Your story is not an exemption. Your struggle and your problem is not an exemption. He's still God at hand, and he is in a position to turn around, strengthen you, rebrand you to become exactly that what he needs you. I love what Madam Charity have said. Sometimes God will just cause you to go some of these things so that he can find that man in you that he can use to glorify himself. Because I want to understand and I want to believe that we may never be in a position to speak about the strength of God if we are not coming from a place of weakness. We may never speak of God the provider if we are not coming from a place of lack and insufficiency. We may lack the whole sense of the mighty God he is if you are not coming from a place of weakness and all that thing. And so understand every level that you're going through. And I love that Charity have used her own story even to become an encouragement. Your story is a candidate to bring glory to someone else, to bring glory of God to someone else. So you're not there, or rather the process that you're going through right now, it is not meant to crush you. It is not meant to ruin you. It is not meant to kill you, but it is meant to propel you to another bigger and better level, bigger and better human that God needs you to be. And so much, thank you so much. When you umekuwa kitufuata, it has been indeed a beautiful night and a beautiful session and a beautiful story, even getting to go down to our vulnerability and just share the goodness of God, indeed, because we can only delight at the doings of the Lord. Mungu wabariki sana wenye wametufuata on our Facebook channel. God bless you. Now our YouTube channel. Thank you. I always tell you that I am seated here because you keep me reminded, you keep showing love, and by that I get to know that someone somewhere is waiting to be encouraged. And for that reason, I'll always be here to ensure that you're not missing that piece of encouragement and inspiration that you are looking forward to every single Monday. Allow me to take this opportunity and remind you, this week here in Kirinyaga, Ngurubani town to be precise, we are having this mega robust crusade that will be taking place Pale Wangoro Stadium, and I'm telling you, it is one of a kind. And of course, we are just having this one goal of telling the world that Jesus reigns. We're in that season of making Christ known all over, and I'm telling you, it is our season, it is our time, and it will be taking place from 24th 25th all the way to 26th. And I want you to know that it is not just a crusade, it is a moment, it is a door that God is coming to open, that we may not just experience Christ in the point of salvation, but also our lives can be taken to another level. So I am here to invite you from 24th, 25th and 26th. Tutakuwa pale Wangoro Stadium, and it's going to be amazing. We are having a lineup of amazing guests, not for any other person, no, but for you. So ensure you're not missing out. It is going to be an amazing moment. It is going to be an eye-opener even to so many levels in our life. So ensure hautaachwa. May God bless you. It was such an amazing moment even to share this evening with you. God bless you. Till we meet again on Monday, same time, same place. I was your host, Faith Mwangi. We love you and God bless you.